Hello and welcome everyone, this is Blackadder at Blackadder's Place and I welcome you to today's semi-final match of the AoM Age of Mythology Vanilla Championship hosted by AoL Destroyer. We're gonna be in for a pretty long haul. Yeah, we're going to be starting with the first game right off, as they have met quite early today, which I definitely prefer, because if everything goes well, I should be having even enough time after this match to follow up with some Age of Empires Nations Cup between Czech Republic A and Austria A. But yeah, as I've said, both below this stream in the info and also on my Facebook and such, I'm not entirely certain that my voice will actually hold that long. Yeah, I've been feeling a bit under the weather in the past few days, but luckily for today it's not that bad, but still I'll probably not be having such a strongly animated commentary, as I'll basically try to safeguard my voice a bit. And you, of course, could have already noticed a bit different pitch to my voice, a bit deeper and weirder and whatnot. So yeah, that's because I'm having kind of stuffed nose and whatnot, so yeah. Let's see how it's gonna work out. Already my trusty friend in here in team. But yeah, we are looking at the first map that is going to be played on Savannah. And I haven't actually noticed in the game whose map it actually is. Looking at the gods, we are having double Isis, so Isis mirror in here. I'm kinda happy thinking it might have been BoIt. BoIt is like the home team, but really, not entirely certain. Oh, hey, Sparrow. You're actually the guy from Facebook who just commented on BoIt's post, right? I would definitely be thinking so. And, well, looking around the map, not much really stuff going to be happening at the start. Just interesting for the Aggies, of course, is to look at the map and, for example, at the positions of the TCs. You can see at the back, this is for SuperAfim. This is definitely gonna be helpful to the Egyptian. But he does have just basically one save gold mine on the left. That's a bit more problematic because Egyptians want to be having as much gold as possible, but it has to be said it's the same for BoIt as well, so not really that much of a problem. Relic, that's a very nice one. Cheaper villages. That is definitely gonna help, as there is a bit of a little growth around this one. That's better for a villager farming rate. That's even better than the villages actually, because this is just a bigger bonus overall, especially for the longer game. And he does have the gold next to the TC, which is kinda lucky for him, as he's gonna be just discovering. I'm not that certain he's gonna be seeing all the gold. Even the gold. Maybe he could be catching just at least the corner, but at least he's gonna know what's next to the TC, which is gonna be pretty important for him. Important part of the map is definitely gonna be the middle with the TCs, because the TC fronts for both BoIt and SuperAfim are really in the middle, and it's almost looking like that this one on the left, which is BoIt, is maybe gonna be foregone for the one in the middle, and everybody's gonna be fighting for this one. So basically, who gets the TC in the middle is gonna be having a pretty huge advantage. And since SuperAfim is already camped there quite significantly, you can see he's probably gonna be using all of those giraffes. Like, that's an absolute ton of food. Well, definitely curious how BoIt is gonna approach it, because so far he's actually there for the hunt. In here, coming for the rhino, he's gonna be having both of them as they are scouting each other. Actually 3, that's nice. That's very nice indeed, as otherwise, well, I'm kinda curious what's gonna happen in here, because you usually don't see melee fights, especially when you go with Egyptians. Some other civilizations can go melee fighting, but Egyptians are just basically the defensive in their mind with absolutely everything. They just don't risk. So that was basically just one melee fight that you're probably gonna see in the game. And maybe, just maybe, BoIt could be actually abusing this, because he has seen all this hunt. He has seen right now the giraffes on the left. So he's probably gonna expect SuperAfim to stick to this position. Go for a standard faster heroic with all this hunt. That should be like 730 advance, no problem at all for SuperAfim. And then from SuperAfim, I'll be expecting that a good spot for Migdol would be wherever he has the villages. I'm thinking he's gonna be having already on the left them. So Migdol between the gold and the TC is gonna be super powerful for him. But he also has the gold on the right, so it's not like it matters a whole lot. So yeah, so far I have to say that the map seems to be basically SuperAfim's for the taking, the way that he's positioned and how is it spawned and whatnot. So it's going to be up to BoIt to properly react to what's gonna come into the game. So going to chickens already. His opponent is... Where are actually the chickens? Ah, here at the bottom. I'm not really interested in them. He's just going all the way into the front. He even has some zebras in the back if he actually wants to. definitely pretty great map for him. And he said, yeah, this is kind of funny. Like if the zebras are actually trying to hunt the lions and not the opposite side, or the opposite side of the story. Yeah, well, yeah, it just happened in there. And just gonna be looking around the map as you're at 4.5 minutes. And apparently we're going to be moving forward a bit with the ages. So far what's gonna be, for example, interesting is trade route, potentially in the mythical age and whatnot. For that, it could be coming from here. Where from blue as well, potentially to the bottom TC from this part. Well, that's a fast advance. That's a surprisingly fast advance, goddammit. That I did not expect at all, and it's actually very nice thinking right now. A SuperAfim is definitely surprising BoIt. He has already killed one of the villagers, because of course the rhinos were kinda annoying on them. But this is a huge problem, because as you were talking about BoIt having to react to actually what his opponent is gonna do, it's actually right now going to be SuperAfim who's going to be setting the pace a whole lot stronger than I thought. And just maybe BoIt is not even going to be having a chance to react to what's gonna come. Because right now, this definitely looks pretty bad for BoIt. And absolutely glorious for SuperAfim, so for very good, faster, heroic. And basically just full-on map control in the middle. And he might just even actually deny this gold. And those two guys already coming forward for a bit of raiding. To, yeah, well, make sure that this game is not gonna be that long overall. Well, this is really kind of funny. Conquering the mod, or rather the mid of the map in about 5 minutes 30. Whereas BoIt hasn't even advanced yet. I at least hope that he clicked. Let's check. Food. Well, to be honest, I'm not all that certain. I'm not all that certain. Right now, oh, there was a message. I missed it. God damn it. Not sure. Hopefully it's that he's actually in the next age, because if not, then it would have been absolutely horrible. Right now he's gonna be forced to leave at least, as right now BoIt is going to be taking the fight back to him. And since SuperAfim is not really ready for all that much, maybe he was just playing with a snake with a bare foot, and might be right now incurring the wrath of BoIt and actually even relinquishing the mid. I'm just really curious. Yes, he did. He advanced, but still it was advanced at about 6:15, which is pretty horrible, and it was all because he had to actually leave the rhino. He didn't really get the extra resources that he exactly needed. And well. Yeah, right now it's going to be quite interesting for SuperAfim, because he seems to be... Does he even have... Yes, he does have armored. He probably already has clicked, because that's when actually ICCs cast the prosperity. So he should be advancing quite fine. Yes, he is. For about 6 minutes. So he's gonna be advancing literally in the next seconds, which is still gonna be quite a lot faster than his opponent, and it's all because the very nice decision to actually force the opponent off the hunt, which is just gonna significantly slow you at any rate. Plenty of priests are ready, so of course ancestors are not gonna be that useful. Villages coming forward, gonna be dropping Migdol next to here. Even though he's probably not gonna be coming for the giraffes all that much. He could, but at this stage it's usually the point with plenty of gold and whatnot, where players, especially Egyptians of course, go for the farms rather than anything else, because it's a bit safer. You are gonna be next to the TC, so you don't need to worry about any kind of raiding. So ancestors are going to be coming in, which... Well, at this point, even though they are pretty much defensive ones, they're gonna turn into slightly offensive ones, not really that badly, but still, it's well worth it, because it's like a ceasefire. And still in a TC, and since you have said this in the very start of the game, this TC is gonna be super crucial, because it does cover gold, it does cover plenty of food, apparently gonna be using it still, not wanna invest into the farms yet, and of course it's just absolutely supreme map control, and it's very close to the enemy base. You can see basically just screen and a half away from the main TC of BoIt, and that's of course gonna result in a pretty horrible situation for him. He has lost, well, all the priests actually. And that was about 4-5 priests, that's 500 gold. God damn it, that's a lot. That's a pretty significant loss. And you can see that BoIt, this is another effect of this, is that BoIt actually cannot cast prosperity. And I'm fairly certain that he's at a point where he would be wanting to advance. So that's side effect, yeah, you can see he's almost there. Maybe he's even there because these graphs actually don't represent it properly. But yeah, the prosperity could have been coming right after this. He doesn't have the pharaoh. Has he actually died somewhere? Quite probably. He's gonna be still probably waiting with the prosperity for a bit longer. And he's running out of the gold. You can see right now. Yeah, Unfortunately, 9 minutes is not gonna work because he's out of gold. He definitely was looking to somehow get another one, which is probably the one on the right, but unfortunately through this obelisk he's gonna be seen. And with the Migral already being placed, it's gonna be just too easy for SuperAfim with those chariots to get there and basically kill him. So I'm fairly worried that this game is really going to be over in the next seconds. Especially at the time, or rather at the time when he's gonna be trying to move somewhere else. And that's the reason. That's the reason why he actually didn't cast Prosperity, because what would be the point when he's out of gold altogether? So Pharaoh has been spawned. Migdol gonna be coming inside his base. And what's up with the gold, right? How much gold does he have left? Not bad. He's actually having 600. That's alright. At this point I will be going for the TC. He does have the Ancestor, so potentially he can defend against those dudes, even though there are priests with Hands of the Pharaoh. Or rather, Funeral Rites, sorry. Funeral Rites. Oh, these are already on the attack. This is gonna be finished alright, but he's moving all the way to the back. I'm not exactly sure how much he actually scouted at the back. Probably not much. He's looking for the gold. I'm fairly certain he didn't really scout at the back in the start, and he's just looking for the gold. But unfortunately, he has discovered there's nothing back. It's the same for both players, so not really any kind of advantage. And since he has discovered this very sad fact for him, he's gonna be resigning at SuperAfim through very good control of the map and recognizing how the map is and what he needs to do on it. He's going to be taking the lead. Yeah, the food was in the mid. All of it, even some monkeys in there and whatnot. It was the same for both, so not really any kind of disadvantage at all for either player. There was a lot of monkeys on the left, but some zebras and whatnot, but it was basically the same on the right as well. Finally spawned. Yeah. Well, I don't know, it wasn't really a reason for veto, because the map was fair for both. It's just how well you scout, and SuperAfim simply scouted better. And that's just what won him the game. He realized the situation in the mid and played according to it. The faster advance into the classical to basically deny the food and basically make it annoying for the opponent. And well, yeah, let's see into the post game as players will want to continue with the second game. Well then, SuperAfim, of course, gonna be winning everything. Well, improvements actually better for BoIt. It's a bit of a surprise to me. Wouldn't have expected all that much. Military count 38 to 9. Yeah, well, but almost the same units killed. So good, not bad for BoIt. 940 advance into heroic. Yeah, that kinda hurts. The 559 is also kinda sucky. The huge jump in there. Through the second TC, of course. Oh, not favorable resources. Alright, GG.